And so with the growth of your company, you've recently brought on one of our graduates.
Yes, we have.
We're very excited.
Yep. Woohoo, go Janice.
Yeah, Janice is a QA engineer with you guys.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about maybe opportunities working with Learn Academy, other boot camps, and what those types of companies, kind of what they bring to your team?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're probably about 50% development staff, anywhere from product to QA to back-end, front-end engineers to our DevOps team. So we hire and support quite a bit of technology folks on our team. So we really have, I think, the early stages, and this is something that we talk a little bit about when you talk about diversity and inclusion in your business. A lot of our early employees were friends that they've worked at other organizations, and it becomes kind of like this network of, hey, I know this guy over here and this guy over here. And I am saying guy because they literally were all guys. I'm not trying to be generalized of saying that guys are in the tech industry, because that's what we're not
actually what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. So in those early days, it kind of becomes very natural to find the people that you already know to bring into the business. And so as we've kind of made a lot of transitions into really growing our dev team and really having an intentional look at diversity and inclusion with our business, we made a very conscious choice about 2 years ago to remove the requirement for a college degree to work at our business, because we really were looking around and be like, you don't really need a college degree to what we're doing, but if you know the skills, great. That's exactly what we're looking for. On our tech team, it's, can you do the job? And that's kind of where we started seeing a lot more folks coming over from boot camps. We had some employees that had actually taught at boot camps before, which kind of opened our eyes to new candidates that we hadn't seen before, which led to the decision to remove that requirement. And a lot of it was also coaching with our dev staff of, hey, I think we need a new front-end engineer. I think we need someone with 5 to 10 years of experience. And it's like, do we really need a team of all senior front-end developers? Like, how can we start developing a talent pipeline by bringing in more junior staff and making sure that we're being intentional about how we're building out a team of not just like really, really great functional people that can come out of the gate and be awesome at what they're doing, but how can we train and be a part of creating the next generation of talent? And that's what really brought us to in a way, Learn Academy. So obviously we had seen candidates come through the pipeline, and obviously Janice is one of our first hires and first of many. But yeah, it's been a really great ride, and we've really enjoyed being able to train as a part of our on-the-job responsibilities when it comes to really onboarding new staff.
That's great. Yeah, I love that idea that talking with your dev team about what they really need instead of just jumping straight to we need the most advanced person, and really filling out the different parts of your team so that it's really well balanced. That the senior developer isn't going to want to like sit around and fix all those teeny tiny bugs and spend all those things. Like, you want that balance, and that person doing that then learns and grows, and eventually hopefully like grows with the company and becomes more senior as they go along. But I think that you need that kind of balance when you have a dev team.
Yeah And it becomes a moment, because in the early stages of your business and you're building out a minimum viable product, you got to move with very, very fast, quick delivery. So you do need a lot more experienced people in the beginning to really build up that minimum viable product, go to market, be really, really sharp with your resources, because usually a little bootstrapped on the cash, and so you got to find someone who's willing to work for a little bit less, a little more equity that can help really build the business. And we, it's definitely what we did, but then changing that mindset at the right time when, okay, we're not bootstrapped on the cash side anymore. Remember, we've raised, a good about $30 million so far. And then what can we continue to do to make a long-term successful company? And that's all about building a talent pipeline from a recruitment standpoint, from entry-level staff to mid to senior, and making sure there's balanced experience levels to train people on your product. And there's a lot of value in being able to coach and train younger staff. Sometimes when you bring in a little bit more senior dev staff, they're kind of, this is the way I do it. I'm not willing to work with a different language or a different way of doing something. And so you kind of lose a little bit of that speed and quickness when you have too many senior staff.
Right. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep. That it's definitely something that I think can hinder and stop. And you are, again, building another sustainable organization there.
We're trying.
Team.
We're trying.